Call to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Paskalakis.
Here.
Mr. Mayara.
Here.
Ms. Ramsey. Mr. Phillips.
Here.
Ms. Miller.
Here.
Ms. Cantrell.
Here.
Mr. Newman.
Here.
And Mr. Chapin.
Here.
Okay. I guess we're going to go for the approval of the minute of November 9th.
I'll make a motion.
Is there a motion?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye.
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 All in favor, I guess everybody's for it. Redevelopment project update, Mr. Berger.
All right. As you can see, the Streamline Hotel is moving right along. We've had a lot of work done on the parking lot. There's some landscaping that will start to occur. You'll see that the pavers are still out there, and some work on A1A itself. That's going to be completed very quickly here, so we expect that to happen very soon to wrap that up, so the A1A section is clean. And then one of the things what we've been hoping would move along and get more support and get to a point where we can get a project that connects Kemp Street from Grandview all the way to the Beachside. We're getting a green light on that to push it forward. So that is getting into the next stage in terms of getting the numbers on it. And parallel with with Kemp Street is we'll be looking at some of the other streets in that neighborhood, and we're also going to be focusing on some code enforcement in that area and cleaning it up, because we've had to kind of step back with a hurricane, and we want to give people time to address some of those issues, but we're going to have to, as next year rolls around and as people start to finally get some of their contractors on board, then we'll start addressing those places where there's no activity, there's no real answer as to how somebody's going to address their property. Then we'll deal with that separately. Another project that I'm happy to announce is going to start moving forward for another one of our neighborhoods is Earl Street. I'm talking about it long enough. Like Kemp Street, we want to get that one move forward. So there was work with the Public Works staff last week and their engineer, and to look at where we're going to change the curbs. We're going to look at going back to a two-way street on Earl Street, where we have a one-way coming out from right now from Ocean Center. That creates some issues with people turning there. But it's mainly going to be about walkability. It's going to be about what is happening on the side. So again, code enforcement is going to get stepped up in that area. We want to see if we can focus on two approaches from our neighborhoods to the beach, and so that's part of our commitment right now, is to focus on those two projects. And the reality in it is that we're actually going to get the engineers' estimates and put some numbers behind it, and then we'll have to come back to the City Commission and get some approvals on the cost of those projects. But once they're getting into the bidding stage and we have some numbers, that'll be the test of, moving that project forward. But it's much further than it's been. The other thing we're looking at was a land purchase issue. You might have heard about it last week. We have, just so everyone's clear about it, we have, we had a appraisal with a fair market value that has been pulled off the table. We are not bringing forward any kind of a proposal to go back and purchase land at this time. There is some evaluation going on in terms of where we are and with our contract, where we have a lease currently for that lot. Right now, it'd be our intent to move forward with another 5-year option on that property for leasing the property because we have an obligation to Joe's Crab Shack. So we would hope to just continue on with the contract that we have. Again, we may have some other options, and we'll continue to explore what those options are in the future. There's a 90-day, I think, termination mutually between with the property owners to the property owner and the city. So we can address that going forward if we need to change things. But we will not pursue any kind of option or purchase. So, if that changes, I'll be back, but that's not the intent. Okay.
Is that all, Mr.?
Pardon me?
That's all?
I think that's what I have for right now. Okay. Yes.
Any board member have any question for Mr. Berger? Please.
I have a question about the contract with Joe's Crab Shack. How long does that contract go? Can that be modified so that you don't have to provide 75 parking spots? I doubt if they ever have 75 employees there at one time.
They have stated, we went back and asked that question, and they have it in for 10 years, and they do not want to give up the 75 spaces. They're insisting on maintaining that level at their peak levels when they believe they need to have those. They will not let go of those parking spaces. And we have, as you know, a smaller parking lot that's closer to Main Street that would be something that could be used for our Main Street businesses. And they've certainly let us know that they'd love to have access to that parking lot. But at this time, that is not something that that the company wants to give up. They want the contract to remain the same.
Nothing?
I'm good.
I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
City owns the property where the parking lot you were talking about, and right
Yes.
behind Ocean Avenue,
Mm-hmm.
there's a big lot. There's a big city parking right there. The paid one
The paid breakers
on the beach.
parking lot?
On the beach.
Yes.
The
Mhm.
big parking.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be feasible to put, since the city owns the property already?
It's always a possibility you could use something closer, but then we lose the access to the customers, and that's another issue for both Joe's Crab Shack and for the other businesses on the boardwalk and in that area. So we felt that trying to do anything to tie up any property right on the beach side is not a good move on our part.
So instead of renewing the contract, that you have the property owner, another 5 years option.
Well, we still are looking at other options that we'll have. We're not simply just going to accept the status quo. We're going to look at our options.
And the total spots are 75 or 55?
75 total.
75.
Yes.
Any questions, sir? How about you, Dino?
I got a different question.
Please do. Go ahead.
My question for you is, any new word on the 2 restaurants that between ISP and Silver Beach?
The word is no. I have not had any update. Okay.
No, not yet, no. Anybody else? Public comment, please. Please.
Hi, Ann Ruby, 137 Park Avenue. I'll fill out a form. I'm not clear. Did you, the length of the lease with Joe's Crab Shack, is that 10 years? When does that expire?
It has a 10-year lease, and I know there's some provisions in there that that they can both the city and Joe's Crab Shack can have some releases in there. There's some language in there, but again, it was meant to be up to 10 years in that lease.
So when they renew the lease, they could say, we're not going to supply you with parking anymore? Is that something that could happen? So when does 10 years start and when does it end?
Well, they started the same time as the lease with the employee lot. So we're into this 5 years. And
So what year? What year did it start and when does it end?
It started in 2011 when we approved the contract, and it will be 10 years after, so we're 2021.
So in 2021, it could be renegotiated about the parking spaces.
Sure,
The provision of parking spaces.
and I would tell you that nothing again prevents us from trying to negotiate earlier, but our discussion about it, not too long ago about the one lot, there simply wasn't a desire to reduce numbers.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? No? Okay. Any comments from the board before we close it? Anybody? Good. It looks everybody's in the spirit. This meeting is adjourned.
I just wanted to introduce next month Arthur Huggins will be your new board attorney.
Pleasure of meeting him. Yes.
So a couple other people came in after, so I just wanted to formally introduce him. He's new to our office, and
You're welcome.
all right.
Y'all met him. Well, everybody, happy holidays. Enjoy yourself, and may your wishes come through. This meeting's adjourned.